So my therapist won't answer my calls.
Today we're going to talk about bottoms.
The film.
Just to be precise.
The way I was not expecting that. That was very good.
That was beautiful.
That was great.
So, Rafa, give a quick synopsis of the movie for if people haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Which they need to go see it.
Right, Bottoms. It's your teenage comedy movie.
That we all needed in the 90s.
And we needed it now as well. But
at least now.
No, yeah, but it's the teenage film that we've needed forever.
Yeah, so two main characters are looking for love.
No, that's not the synopsis.
No, that's not it.
Basically, they start a fight club to get laid.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not really love, it's to get laid.
They want to get laid.
It really is. To get...
We
can't say it.
No. Just make sure you go watch it because it's
Can
the
you
most
bleep?
epic start of the film ever.
Can you beep us? If
we can. He can
get the
beep
gooch.
us, but I think it just takes out of the joy of watching it the first time, though. I feel like people experiencing it for the first time need to see it to really kick in.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
I feel like if we just give all the goods,
yeah, if you give it away straight away,
we can have spoilers because we will because it's you. But we shouldn't,
Okay. So I'm sorry. This piece, I put it in theater mode and it didn't work. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway.
I was about to say, okay.
Anyway.
So literally, we were saying, two girls create a fight club
To get laid.
How? Because the thing is, like, the idea wasn't them, right? Because somebody said it, and they're like, "Oh, we should start a fight club." Was it not like that?
No.
I mean,
It was because it was the other girl.
No, it was in that meeting situation.
No, I mean, obviously. Well, but we're talking about a synopsis. We're not talking about...
Sure,
You asked for a synopsis.
Sorry,
you didn't ask for, like, the film.
Okay,
So what? Wait. What developed the plot? The whole thing? What was it?
What's on the script?
Specifically?
What kind of font do they use? Oh,
Yeah.
that was bad.
Not papyrus.
Not papyrus. Bold.
Go watch SNL as well.
Yes.
And then they create the fight
They
club.
create the fight club, yeah.
They start having the fight club in the middle of the gymnasium, right?
The gym.
I don't know if it's in the middle of it, but yeah, they have it there.
It's just in a
No,
gym.
I just don't know if it's in the middle of it. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
A typical school gym.
I didn't measure, like, the gym.
You're right. This is lovely.
This is gonna be great, guys.
I wasn't
this
there.
is gonna be great. Go on.
And then they start getting close to the girls they wanted to get.
Don't spoil it.
No,
like
you're spoiling
that.
the whole thing, man.
No, that's the interesting bit. Don't spoil that. Do they or don't they?
We
I don't know.
The fuck.
Okay, so without giving it away too much, then.
And then teachers get involved, and then there's other schools.
We have our favorite
and then
teacher,
there's
which is
our-
Mr. G.
Yeah.
Pay
Mr.
attention to Mr. G.
I still can't
You
do it.
need
I
to
still
practice.
can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not cool enough.
The
for
cast is hilarious.
it. Absolutely hilarious.
Iowa Debris, that you might know from The Bear.
Yeah.
Rachel Sennett.
We didn't explain, I think, the most important part of the whole thing, the whole movie,
Go on.
which is your first comment, I think, or one of the first comments. It's just unhinged comedy.
Yeah, it's completely unhinged.
So crazy.
I watched it on a flight. I flew very early in the morning. It was very early in the morning that I decided to watch this.
And yeah, it's
After like a 36-hour trip to Lisbon. Not even, maybe.
You would imagine boundaries, they go way beyond them. Like, just way
The
beyond.
boundaries, it's a word that doesn't exist in that movie, to be
No.
honest.
It
And I think that the wonderful thing about it is even the things that you think don't make sense, and you know they don't make
yeah.
sense, they still make sense. Like you still see them, and you think this is crazy, but then you,
Yeah. The level of detail.
immediately
Yeah.
after you're like, yeah, that's fine.
And
Like
if-
we'll allow it.
I want to see it the second time because there's so many hidden jokes that you notice and you were keep like telling
Yeah.
while you were seeing it. But I want to see if I can see anything else because every single detail, like every single
Yeah.
thing in the background, it's a hidden joke sometimes.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
keep an eye on the mascots. That's all I have to say as well.
My God, yes, keep an eye on the mascot. Because also the level of detail and work that was put into that. I
Yeah.
will just say that the mascot has a suit that was made by the costume designer of Saturday Night Live. And for those you know, it's like one of the best comedy shows ever. And they have outrageous outfits in SNL. So that will already inform a lot of the outfit. Also keep an eye on the board in the classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It's
And keep an eye out for the painting behind Jeff,
God, yes.
our quarterback, and the rest of the footballers. When
I mean,
a
just
girl
keep-
is walking in, just really pay attention to that.
yeah, just keep an eye at like anything with Jeff on it. Really.
And if you're religious, please don't be offended
oh yeah.
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 because it's just hilarious.
It's just great stuff all around. It's the development of the plot, like it all makes somewhat sense.
And it's wonderful because our main characters we didn't mention, but our main characters are lesbians, and it's never about them being lesbians.
Yeah.
Like them being outcasts. It's not about them being lesbians. It's about them being ugly and untalented.
Yeah.
And, like if we ever get Rachel Sennett and Emma to see this, like thank you for your script writing because that's fucking genius.
It was great. Absolutely great. It's all right, favorite part of the movie. Let's go.
Already, Jesus.
Let's go in.
Mine.
Go on.
I,
With the
I
killer.
know mine like easy, but the thing is like I don't want to say too much at the same time. But is that
That
I'm
that
just gonna
turns into
say
a
that's Slay Queen.
Oh my God.
I'm just
yes.
gonna say like that.
Of
That's Slay
course.
Queen.
Oh,
and after you see it, you know
my.
exactly what I mean.
That's in the middle of a gymnasium.
In the middle.
In the middle.
in the
Right in the middle.
precise middle.
That is absolutely like
Yeah. That's way too good.
yeah.
That's way too good. And you
way
showed
too
me
good.
that little bit before I even saw the movie.
That's true,
And
yeah.
I saw that I'm like, yeah, I need to see the movie.
That's true.
Straight away. I'm
I
like,
think
yep.
it
Like,
sells it.
It's a 10-second clip that completely sells it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me watching that at like 9 a.m. or something on a plane?
Just
The-
giggling.
The people next to me were probably really like confused because I was crying with laughter. It was very early. And that scene that you're talking about really made it for me. It's quite early on still.
Yeah, it is.
And I was already hooked, but that really did it for me. I think my favorite moment in the film, not counting with that one, it's right in the beginning, and our two main characters are having a fight in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And that was improved by Iowa Debris, which just,
With genius, absolutely
makes
comedian
it a lot better. So just pay attention. It's the scene where they're coming out of a carnival or a fair. They're walking towards their car. And it's that whole scene.
I mean, that whole scene is again unhinged.
Even what happens after they get in the car and the rest of the characters that join the scene, that in itself, like all the football players in the
Yeah.
parkour. I mean, it's brilliant, but I think that's my favorite scene.
And even if you rewind a bit, just the whole beginning is very, very, very strong.
I love it so much.
It's so strong. And you won't see it coming. I think it's not that type of comedy that you expect it to happen. No, it's every time you think you know what's going to happen, it goes unhinged.
Yeah.
It just goes to the not likely scenario.
And I think it was like wonderfully set by that beginning, because you start the movie and you're already like, whoa. Whoa, like hold up.
Yeah.
And so I think that informs that you will not have a clue about what's going to be said next, what's going to happen next. You're just going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you asked Towers, what about you?
Yes, I will have to say, excluding yours, because
Yeah.
because those
at
two,
the moment we're doing a tier 3.
a tiered, yeah. So I would say just the end.
I thought about the end.
You know, like
The last sequence.
the
whole last sequence.
It's
Phenomenal.
just a phenomenal resolution of it all. Without because I want to say details, but
I think so far
hard.
this is like the least spoilers we've have given on an episode. But
should we try to keep it?
But I think the interesting part of that to me is the value of seeing something for the first time. So for those of you at home that haven't, not in our home, yours, that haven't watched it, I feel like if we kind of say the jokes or if we say the scenes, it might lose factor.
I also think that the topics we talked about before were more mainstream and more people would probably already seen it in this one.
True.
This is seems more like an indie thing most people wouldn't know. Because most people I talk about, they don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to keep it as a secret because of that.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say like there's.
Okay, favorite character. Go on.
All right. Okay.
So you can get out of that moment.
Okay. I can't unsee it.
For me, it's Mr. G.
Oh, dude.
I just really like because he just hits me the most. He gives me Drax vibes from like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
He gives me that kind of vibes that just says the most stupid shit when you're not expecting, and
he's played by a real life football player, like an American football player. So, and I think it was so surprising for everyone how funny he ended up being. Who's yours?
Mine, I'll have to say, pardon me for not knowing everyone, like the name of the characters, because there's no way to describe them without giving away context. So, the one who bullshits. Can you get it through that? No?
Everyone bullshits in this film.
literally
No,
the plot,
but
the plot is that is the
bullshitting.
bullshitting.
No, but it's the person who starts it.
PJ.
PJ, yes. Thank
Rachel
you.
Sennett. PJ played by Rachel Sennett.
PJ is just...
Who also co-wrote the film.
It's just the keenness, the quick wittiness,
She's amazing.
She's a great character, and I mean she's a propeller of all the shit that happens in the movie.
We love her and we hate her sometimes.
Yeah. And I think because of that,
I kind of like that. You keep on, but I kind of like that.
The way she's just discombobulated in the way everything is done. And
but everything works out in her favor.
And everything works out in her favor. And then, but the way, because I feel like that fuels the whole dynamic of the duo and the rest of the movie.
She is the propeller for sure.
And she just brings it, like, you think there's enough chaos. And then there's more chaos. And then you think there's enough, and once more you're proven wrong. Like,
I mean, to me, she has like a couple of my favorite lines of the film. Like she is the sole owner, and the scene at the gym when she's starting the club, like with the broom.
Yeah,
pay attention to that, guys. It's iconic. Like she's so good.
What about yours?
No, I really want to watch it.
Yeah. Turn it on.
Yeah, let's put it on. Mine. I think they're all my favorite characters, to be honest, because I feel like even the side characters give a lot. I think my favorite is Josie, played by Iowa Debris, so the other half of the duo, our main duo. I think she's incredibly awkward and weird, and
the
she
timing.
says the weirdest things that no one would, go for, and no one does for a while. But then she's very lovable, and she's very there is a side to her. There's a softness that obviously PJ doesn't have, because PJ is the propeller, she's the fighter, she's the everything.
Chaos fueled.
Fire, complete like combustion. Josie is more mellow, but her timing and
her delivery and timing and comedic sense.
Ayo with Debra
ridiculous.
actually started in comedy, so we all know her from The Bear, which is a drama, but she started in comedy. So, like, if you go on YouTube, please go watch her stand-ups. They are so
good.
funny.
So good.
And I think that's why, also, just a sidebar to The Bear, I think that's why her character has such complexity, because not everything is serious with her character. And she is very subtle in those moments in a show that is heavily dramatic. But yeah, I think Josie, but Jeff.
He had to be named Jeff. Let's put it.
Jeff is
Jeff
is the only name you could ever
Jeff.
name Jeff. Yes. But
Yes,
Jeff. And the whole school.
Jeff.
Yeah, the whole high school
It's because I just think about this.
high school football team. You gotta, you protect. It's the tip. This is completely standard. You can see it in High School Musical.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's
that's
your
why they did
quarterback.
it.
It's oh my days. It's just brilliantly
Exactly.
done.
That's
It's
why
very
they did it.
satirical in many ways, which is pretty
the
cool
whole
as well.
movie
The
whole thing
the
is
film is
satiric.
completely satirical. I don't think there is a shred of, not making a joke out of something.
Yeah.
Even though it still kind of talks about like really cool, important topics, sexuality and identity and the difficult time that it is to be in high school or just trying to make friends, finding yourself, finding your way, wanting to get laid. I mean, hormones, all of those different things. So I think it still touches on like loads of relevant topics, but the best thing out of it is it's just for you to laugh. And it's not a film that pretends to be something else.
Yeah.
It's not a film that you watch and think, oh, this is funny, but it has all of these layers, blah, blah, blah. It's just funny. It's unhinged, stupid, really ridiculous at points, but it's just really, really,
Simple
really funny.
to a lot of degrees. It just, it
Less is more.
You can tell
Yeah.
whoever is building it was like, okay, let's accept it for what it is instead of aiming for these high reach different concepts and dimensions and whatnot and layers. Let's just do one thing and do it very well.
I think it's just like,
And they
let's
did it
have
really
fun.
well.
Like,
Yeah.
let's just make sure that we team that are doing it, I don't know, but I hope that it was the case. Us team that are doing it, writing it, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's having fun. And then hopefully the people that watch have fun as well. And I think, at least for me, it really provides laughs.
It was. We were literally just crying, like laughing at the same time while we were watching it here.
Yeah.
Like I was getting out of breath sometimes.
I've watched it 2 more times, I think, and it still makes me laugh.
It's still hilarious. Regardless how many.
It's just really, really funny.
This actually, I was just thinking, like, we watched Something Mary.
Something about Mary.
Something about Mary, yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
Damn.
Haha.
Look at you. All right.
I like the title in Portuguese better.
Which is?
Deutsch por Mary.
Oh, okay. So Something About Mary, we watched it and we came to the end of the movie and we said to each other, I think, something along the lines of, the movies are just not made this way anymore. Right?
If you haven't watched Something About Mary, please do yourselves a favor and go watch it after this. And after you watch Something About Mary, go watch Bottoms.
It's unhinged as well. And it feels like this Bottoms, it comes as like almost, it's not a sequel in any shape or form, but it builds on that same concept that we don't see very often. And it isn't necessarily accessible in today's age. And and it's just
Because
delivers.
we always try to, you know, give some profound meaning to things, and I'm guilty of that, guys. I make stuff and I try to give it really deep meaning and talk to like deep issues. And sure, like we're all tailored to do like loads of things, and there's phases in life. But I think the nice thing about Bottoms that we had with Something About Mary, that loads of comedies in the 19s have, is just a laughing factor. Like we're here to make audiences laugh and to make each other laugh. And nowadays, we have loads of comedies that either have their own complexity of like the heavier moments and then dramatic and then funny bits, but they all have something. Where we have the rom-coms, so you have your couple. Whereas here, sure, they want to get laid. Sure, there are the romancing.
Yeah, there is an arc, but
but it's not focused on that. It's not quarterback gets girl.
Yeah.
And everyone lives happily ever after. No, it's these two weirdos that are doing like
Weird
whatever
shit.
the fuck they're doing. And it's just funny.
Yeah, and something as well, it doesn't, along the lines of what you're saying, of like, there is an arc, but it just, there's no like setup of jokes. It feels like it's just, it's like a machine gun of jokes. There's no stopping it. It's not like, oh, okay, we've done a joke now, so we're gonna, you know, set us up for a really big joke in 5 minutes time in the movie. No, it's a joke. 2 minutes later, you get another joke. It's just laughter, consistent laughter.
Yeah.
It's
pacing
comments as well. It's little comments that are
Yeah,
here and there.
And it touches all sides of comedy, right? That you'll have like the sarcasm, and you'll have the very blunt, just
Because
crazy
all the characters cover
commentary.
that, right? Like, so the Slay Queen moment speaks to one.
Yeah.
Like to one moment, and then you speak to improv in a lot of film.
moments. Of it,
Even there is a diner scene that is mental, done by an actress that is not really a comedian. I wouldn't say, but her delivery, like shout out to you, Havana Roselou, if you're watching this, because that scene makes it. Io with Debri's reaction in itself gold, but Havana Roselou,
improv.
It was all improv. And Havana, props to you. Like, well done.
It's so good, guys. It's so good. Every scene. I mean, we didn't even talk about the whole night scene. Do you see what I mean?
Turn around. Total eclipse of the heart.
I think so. Yeah.
There's a van involved.
There's a van involved.
Yeah,
yes.
there's a van involved. There is
that whole moment.
I know, yeah.
There is a Discman involved, and there's total eclipse of the heart involved. That's all you need, really.
It's great stuff, and it's just it does all the cliches without like setting you up. It does the cliches without setting you up for the cliches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The making the cliches is what makes it so funny, because you know it's literally like we're doing a cliche.
But that's the thing, because it's unhinged, it then it isn't a parallel where you're like, oh, okay, so they're setting themselves to do this. No, because it's unhinged, it'll be like, oh shit, this is going crazy, and then cliche, and then which make just all the more.
But I think that
funnier.
I think that might have been the whole point for Rachel and Emma when writing the script, which would be like, here's what we're used to watching.
Yeah.
Like the cliche, right? So here is quarterback gets girl, for example. Quarterback gets girl. How do we make this interesting?
Yeah.
Let's make quarterback Jeff. Let's make girl, whoever she is. We're not going to say.
Let's make quarterback speak the way quarterback speaks.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Quarterback is Jeff. It's just Jeff. And then you have girl, who doesn't matter. You will have to watch to see who girl is. But then it's just how it's the rest of the cliches. It's the music, beautifully chosen. Like, what a great soundtrack. It's the early noughties vibe with the cell phones. The old phones. The old flip phones.
Flip phones, I think.
Yellow pages. or phone book or whatever we call it. It's all of those. It's the friendships. Like it's your group of girls and it's your group of guys, and it's just really great. It's the cafeteria scenes, because in teenage films there's loads of cafeteria scenes.
Yeah.
Every single.
Yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man, the first, right? The first with
The
Tobey
first.
Maguire.
Spider-Man
the first. Tobey Maguire in the cafeteria
Which epic.
catches Mary Jane and the tray.
Fun fact,
scene.
that's not CGI, guys.
What?
That's not CGI. That's Tobey Maguire. He did it 156 times, if I'm not mistaken. Fun fact for you.
Damn. Well, he came for bottoms. He got with a fun fact about Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire back in
Ups
the
and
year.
bottoms, guys. 2001.
She knows it. She
2002?
knows it.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but it's around that time, I feel. But yeah, that's a
I'm
little
gonna do something, Rafa. It's this year.
nice.
I think your
Nice.
head might not be on frame though.
Yeah.
It's this year.
Try that camera.
It's this year.
Great, we have options.
I'm gonna give you so much trouble with this.
Yeah, we have options.
No, it's my turn now.
No, yeah.
No, you're doing it.
No,
It's
no,
my
Prugiano
turn.
might.
No, bro.
It's not going to be here anymore. Unless we put something else.
This is very bottoms of you guys.
yeah.
Very bottoms of you.
Right, yeah. Like it's Ayo is funny as fuck.
She's so amazing.
She's so funny.
That's why she won all the awards for The Bear this season. Like,
Yeah.
she's so good.
Well deserved.
She won every
Please.
single award that she was nominated for.
You said it. Was
So good.
the first, not the first time. I know she did something that she was the first doing it. I forgot. I
don't
remember you
know.
saying something like
Isn't
that.
she the first one to receive all the award?
That she was nominated to.
Maybe,
to something like that.
or maybe for the season, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Something
yeah,
along those lines.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Which is great.
All around
She's
great.
so funny.
Yeah.
I would love to go out for a pint with her. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Ayo, if you're watching this,
Set it up.
I'm going to New York. I also live in London, so if you ever, let's do this. Let's make this
let's
happen.
figure it out.
She's so funny.
My people will speak to your people.
He's my people at
Yeah.
this minute. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I am.
But she's hilarious.
She is hilarious. But yeah, Bottoms 2 would be amazing. I don't know what they
I
could
wouldn't
pick on,
like it.
but no, because
No.
the repeating, the
It's
making
good.
ruining.
It's good as it is.
Right. Okay. But
Unless they come up like with an unhinged like
Yeah.
PJ and Josie at college.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because you could do
You could-
college.
you could
do
fresh
college.
fresh year of college. There's
Yeah.
Freshman year at
it
college.
brings me back to Community, dude.
Uh,
It's just first season and a few others, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like that. It's just there's another cliche there.
I mean, I think some
I mean,
things
not
that
another, but there's plenty.
I think that some especially
Dorm
when
room
it,
girl meets dorm room girl.
no, I mean, I would be interested to seeing all of these characters. Should there would be a second,
Right.
I would just change the setting and the challenges.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
characters
yeah.
you know,
I-
but in a different environment.
Yeah, so I feel like it wouldn't be these two want to get laid. They
Yeah,
already
they have-
got laid. How do you keep up a relationship? For example, how would these two keep up with a relationship?
And
That would be
maybe-
crazy.
When every
maybe
single corner
Temptations
that-
as well.
And you have like a whole
Oh,
other
it would
set
be
of
so good.
cliches surrounding that.
Yeah.
that
sororities,
Yeah,
where they
yeah,
do a
yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of crazy shit.
exactly like all the cheating and
Yeah.
the parties,
the parties,
yeah.
the guys thinking that they're not gay because
Yeah.
men don't believe that, but
It's just a phase.
Men,
it's just a
men
phase.
are men.
or they find it really hot. So
Yeah.
I
It
think
would
it would
be
be
so
that.
funny. That's what I was thinking straight away. So
Rachel,
like,
Emma, if you're listening to this,
figure
think
it
about
out.
this.
I
Think
think,
about it.
I
Call
think
us.
if they're the kind of writers that I feel that if they do it, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I have that kind of feeling. But it's also the kind of writers that if they don't think it's going to be good, they're not going to do
Yeah.
it.
Thing is,
So-
I can even see a sequel to that,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like a working moms sort of thing. Like it's
You're,
hilarious.
you're in a position that is
no,
like
no.
60
Dude.
years on the retiree home. How do you get up?
No.
No, that's
that
too
would be too
much.
much.
That's too
That's
much.
the too much. That's
No,
the too much.
all of that is too much.
That's how
I
you're
wouldn't
going.
say so.
You're
I
going
would say
like,
so, yeah. I feel like I would do, if we had to do a 3, you do a 3, which is like young adults. You finished college. You're living with your partner, or you're kind of getting married, and you're going into the world of work. How do you balance all of that? Those two, I would watch that. But because this makes
There's
me
good stuff there.
because this makes me think of American Pie.
But American Pie.
American Pie, you go through these stages.
Oh yeah.
But you do
You
any?
do.
Because I don't think I've seen them all. Do they have an that kind of like starting
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fair point.
Especially the last one, it's the reunion. So they're all
Exactly.
married with
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
and stuff. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is bottoms, but American Pie.
Yeah.
That would work.
Okay.
100% would work. I would watch them all. Because American Pie is also the unhinged kind of vibe type of comedy.
Yeah.
But obviously it has different factors
Yeah.
to it. But I think bottoms would be successful following the steps of American Pie.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that anything good comedy-wise is easy to have a streak. No, have a streak. There's this show that I'm rewatching, but in a row that I've never done before, which is called Psych. I've told you about this before.
Yeah.
It has 8 seasons in 3 films. But
8 seasons and 3 films.
8 seasons in 3 films. I haven't watched the films. The seasons, I've watched it, but not in order. Now I'm doing it. It's just funny. It's just funny. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm pretty sure all the films will be funny.
Which platform or none?
Netflix.
Okay.
It's really, really funny. And I can promise you, once I finish the 8 seasons and the 3 films, I will rewatch it. Because it's that type of show that you think, oh, wait, I missed a joke somewhere here. Like
Yeah.
you were saying, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, I think anything comedy, there's no shame in that. If it works and you want to go back to it, please do. I feel like it's more difficult with dramas.
Because it's the creating the tension and
Building
it's
tension
different.
is more difficult and easier
We talked about it
to-
with me reviewing, rewatching Dexter. It's
Yes.
like you have to break something apart you have to keep breaking things apart so that
Yeah.
you can create new drama, so that you can keep it going.
Yeah.
And then it's such a fast turnaround that it feels clumsy at times, and it's
Yeah.
very easy to be
Because
clumsy.
it needs to give you
Because
the what's going to happen kind of factor.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing with Dexter, and I mean I'm still enjoying it a lot because it's just it's different. It's different TV to what we have today, and yeah, it's great stuff. It's funny at times. It's so cringe that it is hilarious. It gets absolutely so funny, but then the drama when you get to like seasons 3, 4, 5, and onwards, it just gets.
But
just
that's
too
the thing.
much.
Psych is from around the same time as Dexter is. They probably had a few years. They were on TV together.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, Dexter also had a huge reach, loads of seasons. I think it's about 8 as well.
Yeah. And there's 2 new ones with the new blood. and
Exactly.
whatnot, yeah.
And I think there will be a film or something. And every year they're at Comic-Con still, like talking about stuff. So late 90s, early like noughties vibes. It was TV gold. Guys, Dawson's Creek. Whoever is on the other side of this who watched Dawson's Creek, you probably loved it. And you probably watch it sometimes. Yes.
Damn. Big
It's just-
claims. Big claims.
It's just good TV. Now that we have streaming platforms, like our brains work differently.
Yeah.
We don't have the thing of waiting for that time of the week at that specific
Yeah,
time.
and at
to-
9 p.m.
to
on a
check
Thursday
in
night,
and to
you will
watch.
turn on.
Yeah, because that's not the thing anymore. We watch 10 episodes of something. They might be amazing, but we spoke about this. Daisy Jones and the Six, the scale, 10 episodes of greatness.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
And it was the best show that I saw last year, hands down. But there's no, I'm going to come back to this every time that I need to pick me up. Absolutely not.
No, because that will just,
It will take a lot out of me.
it's heart wrenching. It's just, there's no.
And I think like we have a lot of pressure today in making these 10 episodes or 8 episodes
Yeah.
like the best 10 episodes out of the world.
It's almost the Squid Game sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's oh my god, have you watched this show that it's 10 and have you binge watched it and
it's the quality. Have you seen this?
Yeah, have you
The
seen
mistakes,
It's
blah, blah,
because
blah.
there's so much.
what's Stranger Things, right? Like
It's because of the amount
It's
of the things you
movies.
have. Yeah.
it's movie like lengths
Yeah.
of episodes. It's crazy. And then if something isn't right, you're like,
It's just because we are
isn't that
consuming
what
so
happened
much.
I didn't watch this, so I don't know.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, didn't that happen as well?
Exactly that.
They're
And
like
I think
coffee
with
cups
these
instead.
older now series, it's like, especially me that I've studied, filmmaking to an extent, I don't really care about all of the errors that I see, like technical errors, because everything else is just very, very good. I love Friends. Friends is my favorite TV
Yeah.
show ever. So many technical errors because you need it to,
Inconsistency,
especially
Yeah.
because the way that it was shot, it's
Yeah.
natural. But still, I loved it because of what's in it.
It's the juice.
It's the juice, 100%.
The juice of the orange.
And I think coming back to Bottoms, I think Bottoms has all of those qualities
Yeah.
that we saw in these 90s, 2000s TV shows, but in a film. Or something about Mary, which is you're here to have fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter
It's
anything else.
for everyone as well. Like you
No
could.
kids, no
Oh,
kids, no
yes,
kids.
yes. I said, as in
Easy
for
for
everyone. I was gonna
everyone.
say different types of adults. Yes, not for everyone.
It can be teenagers, from teenage years up.
Yeah.
But probably be 15.
Well, yes, but what I mean is like all inclinations of life. Like everyone, I think within. I can imagine my grandparents watching it and finding it hilarious. Like, you know what I mean? Even though they might not even connect with it, but the stupidity, the silliness, the unhinged aspect of it.
Maybe. I think it's
I don't
very
think
unhinged
so.
though.
Yeah, I don't think so
You
because
think it would
it's
be too
And
much?
it's-
I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
I put it on for my mom. My mom isn't that old, and I put it on for my mom, and she wasn't very like.
Impressed.
It's because it's a very weird kind of because it's a very specific.
It's a niche kind of
it's
type
niche.
of comedy. I'm not saying that people wouldn't enjoy it, but maybe not find it as funny because it also depends on your type of humor.
It's not like having I was gonna say Adam Sandler because he used to have like a lot of comedies. It's not his kind of comedy that literally everybody can see it
Yeah,
and is
yeah.
gonna laugh.
Yeah,
I think
on
it's a bit
TV
more.
in the afternoons on weekends.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
I don't think
I
it's
get
gonna
what
be
you're
that
saying.
kind of
Okay.
comedy. Yeah.
And I think it starts very strongly because
Yeah.
it starts very strongly. You either you hook or you lose.
Yeah.
So
It's do or die. Not do
yeah,
or die, but it's
yeah.
It's very straightforward.
I think you either love it or you hate it in that
whoever's
moment.
in is in from the beginning. Whoever's out is
Yeah,
out from the beginning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You won't have that typical thing of like, oh, I've been
Maybe.
watching this for 30 minutes and now I'm not really digging it.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't do that. It's impossible. I think it's impossible to do it with this film.
Yeah.
I mean, I got home on the day that I watched it. I got home. It was about 1 p.m. after a flight, and it was difficult to get home that day. And I had a migraine, but I still told you straight away that
Yeah.
I watched this film, that I loved it, that we needed to watch together.
Yeah, that speaks volumes to it.
Because I
To
mean,
that movie,
it
I
speaks
think.
volumes to you, not to.
No, because you would make for someone to be with a migraine and just out of a flight, and then the first thing, one of the first things we
I
discussed
loved it. I loved it.
was the movie.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that does speak to how good the movie is.
Why do you like it? Like, what's about it that makes you?
I really like weird humor, like unhinged. Because
It says
it's the
it.
same thing with
Community?
with Community. It's the same thing with The Office. It's the stupid jokes, and it's the stupider it is. Sometimes it's the ones that are gonna make me laugh the most.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are like, "How did you find it funny?" I'm like, "No, it's hilarious." I'm
People
so
don't know
sorry."
you. Whoever asked that, people don't know you.
Yeah, exactly. I literally, for me, it's so funny when they say the most stupid stuff. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite jokes about Drax, for example, and it was improvised. Is that the word? Yeah, improvised was when there was Drax, Iron Man, and another guy, and one is like, who is Gamora? No, where is Gamora? The other is like, what? Jesus, where is Gamora? Who is Gamora? And Drax is like, I give you one better. Why is Gamora? It's just so stupid that those bits and the movies feel with those like little comments that you're not expecting. You're just like, this is so genius. And most of them, as you kept saying, is like, it's still just on the spot, not even on the script, and just comes out and it's perfect.
I read the script. So I know.
What about you guys?
I've said mine. I've said
Yeah,
mine
I said
plenty of
mine.
times.
Because they accepted and they did
They
it.
accepted it.
and they made it absolutely exquisite. It's crazy. The level of detail, every single piece of every single shot, there's a detail there for you to glance over and be like, oh.
Go watch it, please.
Yeah.
100%.
Do yourself a favor. Go laugh.
Yeah.
Go have a laugh. I think it's a very strong 4-3-3.
Yeah.
The way that they accepted what they've made and didn't try to do something else. They didn't try to complicate it.
Yeah.
If you watch the film, you'll appreciate this.
And as you said, less is more.
Yeah, I think less is more. And again, thank you,
great
creative
stuff.
team,
It's great
for the laughs. Good laughs.
Good laughs.